Welcome to Inside Rice University. I'm Anoosha Moturu, a member of the class of 2017. Fall has arrived, and we recently had a Texas-sized welcome for the class of 2019. More than 900 new owls made their way to Houston for a week-long, one-of-a-kind welcome, simply known as O Week.
Everybody gives us advice when we have a baby. Nobody tells you what it's like when you gotta drop your only child off at college. 12 hours away. They just don't tell you about it.
Crazy because it's 7 in the morning, but everyone was jumping and excited. And
so far,
easy.
So good.
They got all the stuff out of the car really fast. You don't really have to do much.
It's like a machine.
They're very helpful. Kids are like really helpful.
It's all student driven. Pretty exciting. I didn't really know what to expect, but it seems, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
O Week is really Rice's big welcome to the new class, and today's just really the big kickoff. And throughout the week, the new students are going to go through a lot of sessions to get to know the resources at Rice, get to plan their academic schedules, but then also get to do some fun aspects where they'll learn about the college traditions at the residential college and also Rice traditions in general.
Members of the class of 2019, welcome to Rice University. You are about to embark on a wonderful journey. If you fully seize the opportunities available to you, this will be an experience that will shape your lives and enable you to achieve great satisfaction and make an enduring impact on our world.
It was really incredible experience, like walking through the Sally Port. There's like so much history and so much tradition ingrained in that, and I was really just like overwhelmed with like the pride that Rice students have.
I knew that this was going to be a place of full support. Just coming here on the first day, it just means the world to me right now.
There have been a lot of great people who have walked through that Sally Port before, and I'm honored to just follow in their footsteps.
Rice was always my #1 choice, but I didn't realize how much I really fit in until today.
Now I'm here in Houston with all these people that are so different. It just feels like a really good place to be right now.
Is this gonna be the greatest class in Rice University history or what? Is it? We have people in this gym right now that are gonna save lives, that are gonna invent something for the first time in this world, are gonna teach people how to do unbelievable things, how to make people better. While you're here, you're gonna meet your husband, your wife, your partner, your best friend, everybody you can think of. It's unbelievable. College is awesome. You're gonna get one of the world's best educations you could possibly think of. You know it, that's why you came here. What's awesome?
There is a campus to get to know, there is a city to get to know, and it's full of people who may initially seem to be in a box marked different, but share the one thing that is most important to you and most important to being here. The desire to learn, the desire to question, the belief that learning brings you closer to the person you want to be and the world you want to live in.
It definitely feels like somehow, even though we are completely strangers to a lot of us, it's working, and I think it's the kind of students that Rice attracts, people that are open to different people from all over the place. I mean, we're in Houston, so there's so much diversity, so many different walks of life, so many thoughts, so many different type of family, but we're all here to learn and to produce new knowledge and to get new knowledge, so it's really awesome.
Every single college puts on a whole bunch of events. They have a whole bunch of bonding experiences, late night events. It's like summer camp, a lot of people say it's like that. But at the end of the week, 50% of O Week is academics, and this is such a fantastic opportunity for them to get a sense of what the different Rice departments and what Rice academics are like here.
I know it's going to be like a new phase in life, so I didn't really know how it's going to be like, so
I was kind of nervous about that. The welcome's been really great so far, and I feel really welcome to Rice.
Rice in general, like all the residential colleges, they try to make it feel like Rice is home now. We feel like we're a part of a community, which is really awesome because we just left a community. It's very easy to forget that you've left because now this is our new home.
Moving one child off to college can be challenging, but what happens when you have 3 children leaving the nest simultaneously? That's exactly the scenario in which Lynn and Alberto Tome of Houston found themselves on MoveIn Day, the first day of Rice University's O Week.
Actually, we just got here. Look at this.
Today we're moving in Serena into Weiss College at Rice University. Very exciting day. This is O Week, which is supposed to be really wonderful at Rice. So we're very excited for her. And I wish her dad was here to be with us, but he has family obligations, so.
This is such a cute room. I'm kind of overwhelmed by the warm welcome I just got, and everyone's so nice. So, you know, any nervousness I had is kind of replaced by excitement right now.
We moved Serena in. Now we're going to move Alberto into Baker College. And we're going to go through the process again. The welcoming process, I'm sure, is going to be just as good. So very excited about that. This is amazing. This is unbelievably amazing. So welcoming. It's great.
I really like my room. It's a really big common area too, so looking forward to that for sure.
Anthony is next. So if you haven't figured it out by now, I am moving in triplets into Rice University. And that's a very interesting experience.
Hey, hi Maya.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm your advisor.
I knew people were going to be all smiley and happy, but I think people here actually dressed up, you know. People were dressed up as Han Solo, because that's the theme for our week. They were playing Star Wars music, so I think we kind of took the cake for this one, honestly. I'm Anthony.
These are the triplets.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, wonderful, welcome. Yeah, well, I'm glad that I could share this moment with my brothers, because it's, you know, scary, you know, exciting process, moving in, and seeing the other colleges, you know, like helps you get even more familiarized with campus in a way, so I'm glad to have the support system with me.
Well, we're excited to have what we believe are the first set of triplets at Rice. And we're always excited when any individual student makes the decision to come here and have these 3 extraordinary young people from the same family decide they want to be together and they want to be at Rice. It's a great day for us.
In Chinese culture, every time if you have something in 2s, it's double happiness. Now we have triplets here, so we have triple happiness.
Yeah, it's like a new chapter in our little triplet book, so it'll be nice to see where that takes us in the future.
We were just elated. It's unbelievable that all 3 of them were accepted in one school, and Rice University at that. So we're very, very, very proud of them. We're extremely proud of them. It's gonna be hard to have them at the house.
We'll be close, so it's not gonna be that bad. I just don't know what she's gonna do this afternoon, honestly.
We were 2 and became 5 overnight. And now they're going to college. We were 5, we're gonna become 2 again overnight. It's gonna be very difficult to adjust at home. So, but it's gonna be a great experience for them. It's gonna be wonderful. They have great roommates, they have wonderful friends, so I'm very happy.
After a week of activities to better acquaint themselves with Rice, the class of 2019 concluded O Week with the annual Outreach Day.
Students spend a week during O Week falling in love with Rice, falling in love with the traditions, their college, this campus, their classmates.
I just want to take you across the street where we're going to build a community garden.
We have the really unique opportunity at the Center for Civic Leadership, the CCL, to introduce them and inevitably allow them to fall in love in the very same way with Houston communities.
Houston and Rice University, we do have a problem, and that problem today is food insecurity.
So today at Outreach Day, we have over 350 students going to 5 different community organizations, working on everything from community gardens to senior meal packaging. We hope this opportunity and The focus that we've created with hunger and food insecurity will allow them to have a similar experience and a similar dialogue that they can bring back to campus and engage for the next 4 years at Rice.
Rip it out. Rip it out. We want soil.
We see today not as one day of service, but as day one of students' engagement with the Houston community.
In order to really experience Houston, you really need to get out and experience all these different things that we can do to serve our people here.
Food insecurity is something that kind of forms the basis of all needs of humans. There's this concept called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's a psychological term, and basically it's 5 different things that all humans need, and the lowest possible form is food. So people cannot be hungry in order for them to actually be able to think. And so I think food insecurity is the best way for us to understand the experiences of people and to build those long-lasting connections.
I was blown away. It's the most competitive volunteering I've ever seen in my life. Rice students are very driven. Most of them you have to be to get into Rice to be able to thrive there. But as soon as we were told about the assembly line being timed, everyone just really jumped in. Everyone was really enthusiastic, and it's like everyone's having a lot of fun. And it's nice to see that you can have fun with your peers, especially what people think of stereotypical fun for college students is not usually volunteering at a food bank. It's really wonderful to see that.
I think Rice University has been a great partner with us in the Fifth Ward community by bringing the students out here to work. One, it gives the students another a light to see that's in Houston, Texas, from a vantage point that some of the students may not have seen. Also, it gives us, in the community, students here to help us to do some of the things that we have to do. So my organization partnering up with Rice University is a great opportunity for great things to happen in the Fifth Ward community.
I kind of want to come back here again. This is my sort of thing anyway. So back here, help them out, make it more than just a one-term thing where I signed up because they asked me to, and came back here because I recognize the name. I actually want to come back here and make it a long-term volunteer effort.
It can be hard as an outsider to come in and have an impact, and you really have to evaluate the reasons that you're doing the service. Are you doing it because you think that you can come in and help these people, or are you doing it because you want to be a part of the community? For me, I just want to feel like I'm a part of Houston. I want to have some sort of investment in the community that I don't have yet.
So you can always keep doing more, I think, and you should do more. Everyone should, I think.
We meet at a college noted for knowledge, in a city noted for progress, in a state noted for strength. And we stand in need of all three. For we meet in an hour of change and challenge, in an age of both knowledge and ignorance. The greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds.
Welcome back to Inside Rice University. What brought a Rice marine geologist to the middle of Texas, more than 200 miles from the coast? Find out in our next story.
I came from Switzerland, and I wanted to be a marine geologist, paleoceanographer, or an oceanographer, yes, because I thought the deep ocean is where we don't know anything about. It's still to be discovered. I never thought on land you could discover something. Yes? So for 30 years I've been all over the world, from the Bahamas to the Belize, to the Maldives, to the Great Barrier Reef, to Papua New Guinea. And now, because this ranch was not open to anyone to do research, and it becomes open, and so we are discovering here something in the middle of Texas. Yes, it's pretty surprising. You think that you can still discover something 4 hours, driving from Rice University, and to think that nobody has ever, kind of look at these rocks and study them. So that's quite nice. The ranch itself is called Eagle Ridge Ranch, but it's owned by Mr. Don Shepard, who just moved to Texas just recently. This ranch is in Mason County, southern part of Mason County, It's also, kind of just south of the Llano River. It's a large ranch. It's, for a Swiss like I am, 3,000 acres. It's huge. In Texas, it's probably not. Oh, zebras! A little zebra. Okay. You have to stop this and we have to do this. These have been the 3 summers here, some of the happiest summers I've had in my life. I love nature, and you see something like this, it's priceless. Even the continent at some point was an ocean, yes. And not only once, but many, many times. And here, the rock record we have here is, kind of an old ocean that was here 500 million years ago. This is quite special. And lucky Mr. Shepherd, he has the best outcrops, that exist in this area.
So what's extremely significant and interesting about these is, although these are incredibly large structures, they're built out of tiny microbial organisms that over thousands of years, layer upon layer, built these large structures.
These microbial rocks are very interesting, because first of all, they are very rare in a modern world. There are some of them, you can go to Shark Bay in northwest Australia, or you can go to the Bahamas, where they are there. They were extremely common in the early part of the Earth history. So we know that they are as early, these microbialites or stromatolites, they were on Earth already about 3.2 billion years ago. This is 500 million. And so, it's a time capsule of what, kind of we have, here 500 million, but it's also what we would have, kind of well in the beginning of the of Earth. As a matter of fact, NASA has been very interested in the past 10 or 20 years to look at these rocks, because if you think of any life outside of Earth, on Mars, yes, this would be the most primitive life, yes, and so this would be probably what you would find. If we had life on Mars, we would start like this, yes, with this microbial, deposit. So by coming here, we are learning more about, kind of this prime, kind of early life setting.
Well, up in New York, there's nothing like this. There's only one rock type. There's nothing as exciting as this. I mean, the fact that we're sitting in 500 million year old microbial reefs. When I came down here from Buffalo State, I never thought I was going to be doing anything like this.
We have been using a little drill to sample, kind of these microbial deposits. By drilling, I think it's by my past, in the ocean, you only drill or core there, because obviously you cannot use a hammer. And I realized here very quickly that if you use a hammer as a regular, kind of field geologist, the hammer only gives you what the hammer wants to give you, and it's always frustrating. So this gives us, a great way, kind of to sample systematically, some of these features, and we can now use them and do many different, analysis, kind of once, we are back in the lab.
This is absolutely unique because you look exactly at 500 million years ago, where we can see pieces of little organisms that were unique in that time. Here we can see absolutely these pieces of trilobites and brachiopods and lots of organisms that were alive in that 500 million years ago, and they're not here anymore.
We even, at the very beginning, we acquired, a series of photographs using a drone, and one of my students, Pankaj Khanna, is a whiz, in computer science, and so he used, kind of all of these pictures we took, to create virtual outcrops. So all of these outcrops, we are going to see or we have seen are now also virtual outcrops. So they're on computers with resolution of probably no less than 1 inch. And so we can do a lot of things. We can do statistics. We can do interesting, kind of research just on the geometries and the images, yes. It's, the record of life and evolution. Charles Darwin was a geologist to start with, yes. He didn't come up, with his theory of evolution, just out of the blue. As a geologist and a paleontologist, you understand, you look at the record, the rocks, tell you about this record. It can be spotty, it can be good, but with this, you can understand, oh yes, before 700 million years, no multicellular organism. Suddenly at 700 million, you have this amazing expansion of life. Suddenly when you have multicellular organisms, now you can have many different types of life. So the geologists are really having, kind of the main record of evolution of life on Earth, yes.
We meet at a college noted for knowledge, in a city noted for progress, in a state noted for strength. And we stand in need of all three. For we meet in an hour of change and challenge, in an age of both knowledge and ignorance. The greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds.
Rice Stadium is the place to be this fall. As you can see behind me, renovations are in full swing to be completed by next season. Head coach David Bailiff and the rest of the football team hope to recapture the Conference USA title this year and head to their 4th straight bowl game. But before the Owls kick off, they take time to welcome a very special group of new students.
Football clinic that the Office of International Students and Scholars organizes together with the Rice football team every year.
I don't know how.
You're doing good.
Woo, go Owls! Yeah, young man.
We invite about 200 new international students to come out and learn about football and tailgating and just get some cultural exchange experience.
I know nothing about football, but I think it might be fun to watch it. Because everybody loves football, right?
I know nothing about football. I know it's a bunch of guys fighting for a ball. That's it.
It's soccer, right? It's soccer. You basically kick the ball. No, I'm joking. I know it's throw the ball. You touchdown, and you tackle, and you just woo!
This really brings together two of our favorite things about Rice University. Our extraordinary group of international students. You are really such an important part of who this university is today, and a really great football team.
It's an exciting event for these students. I mean, that you see the joy in their face when we hand them that T-shirt, and they got the eye black going this year. And you see the joy in our football team's face. I mean, this is something we really do look forward to doing, and I think it's a great way to say welcome to Rice.
Everybody's having a great time here. It's so much fun to see the international students and our football players get to know each other.
I'm hyped, let's go! Amazing, this place is fantastic. I love football. Wow. Woo!
Winning Matters is one of the hashtags that Rice Soccer used last year during their Conference USA championship season. Head coach Nikki Adams has the Owls well positioned to take a run at repeating, so the tag is staying.
We always come up with hashtags. When we play other teams, we want them to know this about us. In 2014, the hashtag was grit, and winning matters. And those are two that are going to be used again in 2015, but we also added a few more. One is whatever it takes. Our girls are gonna find a way, which is the other hashtag. They are gonna find a way to do whatever it takes to put that ball in the back of the net.
We're gonna work hard and we're gonna score exciting goals. We're gonna have fun games. It's gonna be gritty. They're gonna be intense. They're gonna be awesome. And I'm just really excited to see more of that this year.
This is a team that's just getting better and better every year, and that I think the biggest thing is improvement from year to year. So last year we made NCAAs. I think this year's story is going to be making it past the first round of NCAAs, winning conference again.
Our freshman year was a conference championship, and it was awesome. Like coming in freshman year and being able to do that, and then sophomore year we had a tough road. It was really tough, and so being able to have such an awesome year junior year and know that the program continues to move forward from going to one championship to going to the national tournament, it's just incredible to know that we are moving the program forward and knowing that when we leave here there will be a higher bar set for other people and that this team will continue to grow and grow under Nikki and Al. And I just think it's incredible to know that we've been able to play a small piece in that.
Win the conference last year, make the NCAA tournament. It's good for those kids to feel that they are number one. So far this preseason, I feel like they're training like they're number one, which is exciting.
Thanks for joining us on Inside Rice University. To learn more about Rice or any of these stories, visit rice.edu. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with all of the latest things going on at Rice. Before we go, a group of Houston students whirled onto campus for a drone camp.
So one day, Kathleen Martinez, Terry Poulton from BP, and I were at a lunch, and we were talking about how we could set up a program to promote STEM to middle schoolers. And we discussed having a drone camp. And we got really excited, and we thought Rice and the Rice Center for Engineering Leadership was the perfect place to do it.
So quadcopter is the most efficient.
From our perspective, even though we work primarily with undergraduate students, part of what we do is try to provide leadership opportunities for our students. So if you'll notice, we have several of our undergrads.
You just have to lift it up.
We have several of our grad students facilitating the camp. So this camp is not only an opportunity to reach out to the community, but it also gives us a chance to offer our students real-world applied leadership opportunities to mentor, coach, lead, in this case, K-12 students.
Let's try it again. We were telling them yesterday that I didn't get this till junior year in college, and they're like spitting out all these, UAV systems and how they work and the structures of flights and all this stuff, in middle school, or some even younger than that. It's really impressive.
I want to learn more about drones, how they work, and how they make the world and how they make our lives more efficient.
They're really cool, and I like seeing all the different kinds of drones. I didn't really think about how many different kinds of drones there were before I came to this camp.
It's really good to get this exposure and get them interested in the STEM fields. It's definitely going to help out the American economy, especially in the ongoing future.
I got involved in things like this when I was younger, and that helped continue my interest in science and engineering throughout high school and college. And since I graduated, I got into that as a profession. And I think it's great, kind of the circle of life. I get to come back here and help inspire the next generation of scientists and engineers.
I learned a lot of different stuff about engineering that I didn't know, and a lot of stuff about robotics that I didn't know a lot about either.
Yeah, I'm thinking of probably learning how to program these drones and find out what makes them so interesting.
You're going to Rice?
Oh, I'm definitely going to Rice when I grow up.
We're not just interested in kids getting excited about flying drones. We really want them to get excited and inspired by the science and the engineering and the math behind them so that they take the steps to prepare themselves to be competitive in applying to Rice, Stanford, MIT within the next 8 years.